Guys, I'm talking today to a legend of a client of mine whose name is Jillian, and she's a mother of three. She's a personal trainer, a strength and conditioning coach, and a massage therapist, amongst other things. And by the way, I have to mention that she has three children under four. Is that right? They're still under four. Amazing. So what I love about women is, one, we have a passion, and I want you to see that from Jill, is that we have a passion to actually fix the world or whatever it is, but also you get to learn that you're worthy of being financially rewarded and emotionally rewarded for that work as well. Yet if you're possibly even thinking about using an excuse like your children or lack of time, here is the perfect example of you just can't use that anymore. And anything really is possible, because this is the perfect demonstration of that. She has obviously limited hours. She's learned how to get other people involved in her life to support her with things. So I don't want to do the majority of the talking. I want Jill to do the majority of the talking. When I met Jill, she was earning a couple of $100s a week, because you do have to measure your business. And as much as it's very male to do it that way and just measure your income, it's obviously very important because you need to be financially rewarded. Whereas now she's having many, many, many more successful weeks. And we were just talking about the time we've been together. It's almost a year. So Jill started in my 90-day program and then went on to do the 12-month. And we're in that at the moment. But what she's learned, she can replicate easy. But I'll let you tell the story, Jill. So tell us what life was like when I met you. Where were you at? What was happening?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, guys. Firstly, when I joined back Kate March last year, my business just didn't have any direction. I felt as though I wasn't going anywhere with it. As Kate said, I was only earning a few $100s a week, and I felt like I needed more direction, where to go to obviously increase my business and be more successful with it overall.
And you'd had I remember actually that you'd had a couple of years off to have the kids too, hadn't you? So you'd been qualified in the industry, worked, had a few years off, come back, qualified in nutrition. Sorry, actually I forgot to mention that. So the number of certificates you have and qualifications is amazing. It's one of the most qualified in the field that I've actually met. And it's funny, actually, women returning to work, you feel like you probably don't have the skill set. Yeah, you do. So what was going on as far as a specific moment that you decided to do something about changing your business and the way it was heading?
Yep. So I just felt like it was just stalling too much, and I needed sort of, as I said, more direction with it in regards to sort of being able to sort of help the ladies I was helping with, the mums I was helping, but just sort of know how to get it out there more. So with my business, I wasn't too sure how to show everybody what I was doing in the area. Being a home-based business and all the different ones we have around, just sort of to get in front of everybody else amongst everything else. Wasn't sure where to start.
What do you mean, get in front of everybody else? Do you mean get the word out there and get yourself known?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Get myself known in the area, because some people still didn't realise what I did, because some people thought, okay, so you do a bit of massage, but some people weren't too sure if I did massage for men and women, and then obviously the personal training side of things and nutrition, just sort of how I know how to, market to everyone in the area.
I'm just laughing at the noise in the background, because you know what, it's real life. And what's funny is if you go to Jillian's page, and I'll let you share where that is at the end, Jill, so people can have a look at your stuff, because it's legendary. So she'll exercise with a dog and kids jumping on her in the background, because it's imperfect. And it's so important to just be communicating imperfectly a lot of the time. As long as your message is right, you'll get it out there. And as long as your cause is right too, because you have this passion. Actually, you tell us about your passion.
Yeah. So as obviously a mum of three boys, I found trying to create the balance of exercising, returning after having, I had a boy 2013, 2014, 2015. So the three kids full on. And then getting back into the swing of things amongst, home life, family life, work life. I wanted to make sure that, because I work specifically with mums, wanted them to know that they can fit in times for themselves. They can, create a balance between their home life, work life. Yeah. So obviously amongst having 3 boys running a business, just, letting them know that, they can find that time for themselves. And that's sort of what I try and bring through with my business. And looking after them, when they do, after they've had babies, so they know where to begin to, look after themselves postnatally.
Yeah, it's important, isn't it? It's so important because you run everything, and that's a big part of what I like to hold you guys accountable to anyway. But it's not even about that, but because you guys run everything. Women run everything, don't they? Sorry, guys, if you're watching. I mean, there's a lot of men that run everything too. Don't get me wrong. We don't hate men in this club. So what did you try before? Had you tried anything before, or was there just what made the decision to start with me? Anything in particular?
No, so I hadn't really tried anything beforehand. I was just sort of plodding along by myself. And, what made me sort of decide to jump in was, one of your posts pop up that I could relate to very much, being, in the PT industry and the massage industry. I know I wanted some help to try and, grow the business because what I was doing wasn't working. So I just wanted someone to hold me more accountable and also, get some more growth in my business. And, yeah, that's how I jumped on board and asked you some questions.
Yep. Lots of questions. Actually, from what I remember, you and your husband drilled me, but that's cool. So now we're mates. So, and because everyone should be skeptical of this kind of thing, what were some of the immediate changes? I guess you tried it and probably maybe thought, oh, this woman's a bit crazy. All right, I can't believe what she's saying, but we'll try it anyway.
Yeah.
So what were the first turnarounds? What do you remember experiencing the first part of when we worked together?
Just really all the information in the beginning on how to really get started and what to do to sort of improve everything and where to, the information. Just so I had that more direction trying to grow my business. And then obviously, in the first few weeks, I just started having all these extra sales. Beforehand, I sort of, as I said, didn't know where to start. But then with the extra education, Kate has provided me, sort of just increase from there.
Actually, it's horse to water, Jillian. You implemented, even though, because people look, results aren't guaranteed in anything. And everyone has fear, and you chose to push through that for whatever the reason is of your why, which is because, one, you like helping people and you've got all these little people that are at home that are depending on you. So, a lot of that's on you too. Or actually, it's all on you. And yes, there's an enormous amount of support, but that's because I tend to be a bit bossy. So going forward now, because we were saying it's actually nearly almost 12 months since we met. And yep, there's been ups and downs, but you're, hitting 4 figures on a regular basis now. We're talking per week, and everyone's goals are totally different. Obviously depends on how much time you've got to do things and how many projects you can diversify yourself into. But what's life like? What do you feel like now? What's your time like during the week? How present are you to be able to be with your kids?
Yes. No, everything's good. The mindset's completely changed. Whereas beforehand I was like, I'm only earning this much, I had all this, flexibility during my days. And I just knew that I wanted some more structure with my business. But now, like, we have more family outings. Like, we have that extra bit of money to be able to go and do things. I still have Thursdays too with my boys, so we get to go out and do things like today. So I still make sure I have those days with them, and same with Sundays, and make them a lot of family days, whereas beforehand we obviously did struggle to go out and actually enjoy that because of finance. And just, I love my job. I wake up, I look forward to all my clients. Just it's super rewarding. It's just changed completely. Like, I look forward to, creating education for my current ladies and some of my ladies in my group. just everything I do for them. I want to know that, you know, what I do as a busy mum of 3 and running my business, that I can sort of have an impact and inspiration to those guys, knowing that they can, you know, do all this for themselves as well, in terms of their training and nutrition.
Yeah, it's so important, isn't it? Yep. Yeah. Do you have anything else you'd like to add? Because otherwise I'm, you know, very, very grateful that you've spent this morning with us.
Yeah.
And thank you for sharing your stuff. Oh, we must put in your page links of where people can see your stuff and contact you if they want to do anything. Because, guys, Jillian's in Caboolture in Queensland. She's an amazing person. You should definitely contact her if you're up there and you want any help, because she's been in the industry for a really, really long time, even though she had a break with the boys. If you need help up there, she's definitely one to even show you how to get into the community, because we were saying just before, I think Jillian's maybe spent $10 on Facebook ads because we don't focus on anything to do with online. It's about getting known in the community and then outsourcing what you don't have time to do.
Yeah. Networking, creating events, just sort of getting known in the area.
Yep, and there's definitely a way to monetize it all while doing it totally ethically. And you can feel like, I was just getting goosebumps then when you were talking about, you know, the cause and passion, because your cause and passion is to help women postnatally, and it's an important message to get out there. So guys, you know where I am. If you want help to do with anything to do with your business, reach out and ask us any questions if you have any, and I'll talk to you guys in the group. Thank you so much, Jillian. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks, babe. See you later. Bye.